TrumanLakeFishingIntel.com presents your latest Truman Lake Fishing Intel Expert Roundtable. TrumanLakeFishingIntel.com is your premier resource for up-to-date expert fishing reports and videos to help you find the fish faster and become a better Truman angler. Multi-species coverage includes crappie, catfish, bass, hybrids, and more. View this month's full episode roundtable exclusively at TrumanLakeFishingIntel.com. This month's roundtable is brought to you by Anglers Port Marine. Whether you're a first-time boat owner or a seasoned professional, Anglers Port Marine has an option for you. Conveniently located between Clinton and Warsaw on 7 Highway, stop on in to view top industry boat brands including Phoenix, Lowe, and Camus boats. With their award-winning sales and service, Anglers Port Marine has you covered. Call 660-438-4600 or learn more at anglersportmarine.com. Just another nightly rental. Owned by David and Gina Townsend, this lake area property located at 32640 Highway 43 in Warsaw is perfect for your next lake getaway. Sleeping up to 8, this home is located conveniently within a short drive to boat ramps on both Truman and Lake of the Ozarks. Weekly discounted rates are available and a welcome meal is provided if booked more than one night. Call now to book your stay, 660-287-7615. Total Auto Repair, your go-to vehicle repair service in Clinton, Missouri. Located right across from City Hall, Total Auto Repair features a combined 62 years of auto repair experience. Master technicians for Ford, Chevy, and Toyota, and they have all ASE master certifications. Specialties include brakes, suspension, HVAC, electrical, drivetrain, and drivability. And a special discount is available for Truman Lake Fishing Intel members when you show them your premium account at the counter. Call 660-383-1136 to schedule your top-of-the-line vehicle service today. And now, let's start the show. Boys and girls, we are back again for another edition of the Truman Lake Fishing Intel Expert Roundtable. It is mid-July 2023. We've made it through the holidays, the holiday rush out on the lake. Fishing is still, well, it's kind of up and down a little bit. The lake level has been really low. We've been really starving for rain, and these guys are here to break it all down for you. Before we get into everything, just want to introduce everyone. Jeff Falkenberry, Endless Season Guide Service. Darren Langford, Bass Fishing Extraordinaire on Truman Lake. BFL champion.
Oh, about 5 years ago. Still counts.
Richard Bowling's Guide Service. He's got his very own theme song now. Yeah. He does. You have to ask him about it. You go fishing. Right. Dylan Stocking, Get Outdoors Guide Service. Farmer Dylan's going to give us the Farmer's Almanac update here in a little bit. And Kyler Beckman, it's been a couple months since you've been on one of these, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I'm glad to have Kyler back. Kyler Beckman's Guide Service, back-to-back American Crappie Trail Angler of the Year. So we got a really awesome crew with us. Wanted to say thank you right off the bat to all of our sponsors. Anglers Port Marine, just another crappie bait company, just another nightly rental. Awesome rental right between Lake of the Ozarks and Truman Lake down there in Warsaw. Get a hold of David and Gina Townsend for that. Just another catering company, also from Gina Townsend. Total Auto Repair for all your car needs, just right here in Clinton. If you're broke down, give them a call. They got some really cool programs and a special discount for Truman Lake Fishing Intel members. Before we dive into the fishing, I did want to bring up something. So tonight, we were supposed to be at the When I Seafood restaurant here in Clinton, and unfortunately, I think it was a lightning strike. Is that correct? Is that what that hit their building with the refrigerators, and it took out the refrigeration. We had that big storm here a few days ago, and so we're bummed because we were trying to have a live audience tonight up there at the When I Seafood restaurant, so that our members and folks that aren't members could come and sit in and ask these guys questions directly. We thought that'd be really cool and really fun. And we are going to try and do that again this coming month. So be on the lookout. We will do some updates. We'll be posting on the Facebook page. If you haven't signed up for a membership, free or paid or otherwise, sign up for just a free membership, get on our email list because we'll be sending out an email with an update on that. It'll be limited spots, about 25 to 30 people, just to we're doing a trial run just to see how it goes. And there's just not a lot of seating for everyone there. They've got, I think, 16, 18 tables. And I guess you can come bring a chair too. So just be on the lookout because we are going to try to do that. I think it'd be really fun to be able to interact with all of our members and followers and have you guys be able to ask questions straight to these guys. But with that, we will kind of get into what's been going on around the lake. Crappie is really the big thing going on right now. The lake has been, what did we say it got down to? 704?
704.31 was as low as I've seen so far here recently. It's back up to 704.61 today.
But it's been that low for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't broke 706 in a good while.
Yeah. If you drive down 13 Highway South Clinton, you're going to see a lot of exposed land and stumps. It's pretty wild looking. Richard, Dylan, and Kyler have been out chasing crappie just about every day. Richard, fill me in a little bit on what you've been doing here recently. It has the low water. How's it been impacting things for you when you've been out?
It hasn't much. I've been keying on the upper Grand or the mid to upper Osage, and I've been getting on these flats in about 4.5 feet of water at 12 foot, catching most of my fish in about 5 feet of water, right on the bottom, and there's numbers of them. And you can go to the mid Grand or the lower Osage and catch a lot of fish, but you're going to catch a lot of little ones. And I choose to go in the upper Grand or the upper Osage and chase the bigger fish around. Mm-hmm. So most of them shallow is what I'm catching.
Yeah. And it's been very consistent here these last several weeks. Like, that's basically been the pattern you've been on.
Same pattern every day. You can go back to same spots. I kind of get tired of it, so I move arm to arm. And I'm going to go back to the Osage tomorrow. And I've got a hump in the middle of the lake that's got some timber on it that's absolutely loaded. And when I left the other day, it's 4.5 foot, so it's probably 5 foot now.
Yeah, because we did get some rain coming up a little bit. It sounds like if you guys, everyone's kind of switched to minnows. Is that what you guys have been doing?
Yep, I have, yes.
Pretty much minnows. Yep.
And I know, Richard, you always kind of throw in a little tidbit every now and then on the minnows. Does it have to be a big one, a little one, a lively one, a dead one?
I like one that's not too lively. I donk them in the head, or I've been putting a little bitty sinker above my hook too, trying to hold them down. Because a big crappie comes up to that minnow, you got below your sinker. And when that minnow runs up above your sinker, and you can watch it on line scope, that big crappie will come up here, try to get it, then it'll run down here. About 2 times of that, they're done. So either donk them on the head or put a sinker above it so that minnow stays below that big sinker.
Yeah. Dylan, have you been out on the Grand or Osage, or what have you been targeting?
Both.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. The upper Osage, upper Grand. I found some fish the other day. They weren't on the flat. The flat, there was a channel bend, good channel bend right there. And the flat, when you got up on the flat, it was 4 foot of water. Mm-hmm. If you stayed out in the channel, it was 10, 12 foot of water. And those fish, there was a bunch of fish just out there in the channel, just roaming around. Mm-hmm. And we caught probably 95% of our fish out there just roaming around in that channel.
And are they about halfway? Are they down towards the bottom too out there in the channel?
Most of them were 6-7 foot down.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's about where you guys want them. Oh, yeah. So, what about on the Osage? Are they any deeper there, Kyler, over on the Osage, or?
You can find some deeper there. So over on the Osage, I was fishing the last day I was over there. We were actually catching about 20 foot deep. But we were fishing kind of more of like the mid Osage. Mm-hmm. And I've been catching them in about 20 foot of water, anywhere from 10 to 20 foot of water, and they'd be about 8 to 10 foot deep. And then for whatever reason, that last day I went there, there was only small fish up shallow, and all the better fish were down like right on the bottom in like 20 foot of water. Yeah.
So we talk about upper Grand, mid Grand, low Grand, lower lake. For those that try to decipher, like what area of the lake are we talking about? Like, how would you define the mid Grand? Is that like from the cut through island below Bucksaw up to Otter Creek? Is that mid Grand, or does mid go a little bit further down towards Long Shoal? Where in your guys' mind does the low, mid, and upper start on the Osage and the Grand Arm?
For me, it's Bucksaw up is the good stuff for bigger fish.
But that's mid Grand.